Welcome back to Heaven Sent Bible Quizzes. Today we are going to revisit the Old Testament with 23 insightful and amazing questions. This unique quiz explores fascinating events involving lesser-known Bible figures and is designed to awaken within you a deeper sense of curiosity and discovery. Are you ready to get started? Then let's go. Question 1. What was the name of the mountain where Elijah called down fire from heaven? Mount Zion, Mount Carmel, or Mount Sinai? The answer is B. Elijah called down fire from heaven on Mount Carmel during his confrontation with Baal's prophets. 1 Kings 18:20-39. Question 2. What was the name of the city where King David first ruled as king? Jerusalem, Bethlehem, or Hebron? The answer is C. David ruled in Hebron for 7 years before moving his reign to Jerusalem. 2 Samuel 2:11. Question 3. Which king of Israel disguised himself in battle but was still killed by an arrow? Ahab, Jehoshaphat, or Jeroboam? The answer is A. Ahab disguised himself, but an arrow struck him, fulfilling prophecy. 1 Kings 22:30-35. Question 4. Who was the prophet that foretold a famine lasting 7 years during King Jehoram's reign? Elijah, Elisha, or Amos? The answer is B. Elisha warned of a 7-year famine, demonstrating God's power and provision. 2 Kings 8:1-2. Question 5. What was the name of the man who refused King David's request for food and later died? Joab, Abner, or Nabal? The answer is C. Nabal insulted David and refused him food. He later died, and David married Abigail, Nabal's widow. 1 Samuel 25:2-38. Question 6. What was the name of the man who broke a curse on Jericho by rebuilding its walls? Adoniram, Hiel, or Joab? The answer is B. Hiel rebuilt Jericho, fulfilling a prophecy that rebuilding the city would bring a curse. 1 Kings 16:34. Question 7. What did the Israelites use to heal people bitten by snakes in the wilderness? Moses' staff, the Ark of the Covenant, or a bronze serpent? The answer is C. Moses made a bronze serpent on God's command to heal snake bites. Numbers 21:8-9. Question 8. Which Old Testament character's hair was caught in a tree leading to their death? Samson, Saul, or Absalom? The answer is C. Absalom's hair got caught in an oak tree during battle, and he was killed. 2 Samuel 18:9-15. Question 9. Which prophet wrote about a vision of dry bones coming to life? Joel, Ezekiel, or Jeremiah? The answer is B. Ezekiel's vision of dry bones symbolized the restoration of Israel. Ezekiel 37:1-14. Question 10. What Old Testament king reigned for only 7 days? Jehoahaz, Pekah, or Zimri? The answer is C. Zimri. Zimri reigned for 7 days before he burned the palace around him. 1 Kings 16, 15 to 18. Question 11. Who was the man who killed King Saul at his request? A Philistine, an Amalekite, or a Canaanite? The answer is B. An Amalekite claimed to have killed Saul at his request, though Saul had actually fallen on his own sword. 2 Samuel 1:1-10. Question 12. Who was the prophet who married a prostitute as a symbol of God's relationship with Israel? Ezekiel, Jeremiah, or Hosea? The answer is C. Hosea married Gomer to illustrate Israel's unfaithfulness and God's steadfast love. Hosea 1, 2-3. Question 13. Who was the Old Testament figure whose wife turned into a pillar of salt? Lot, Abraham, or Jacob? The answer is A. Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt for looking back at the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Genesis 19:26. Question 14. What was the name of Aaron's grandson who stopped a plague with a spear? Eleazar, Nadab, or Phinehas? The answer is C. Phinehas stopped a plague by killing 2 sinners in their act of defiance. Numbers 25, 6-8. Question 15. What was the name of the king whose hand withered after he tried to seize a prophet? Jeroboam, Rehoboam, or Zedekiah? The answer is A. King Jeroboam's hand withered as he attempted to seize a prophet of God, but it was later restored. 1 Kings 13, 4-6. Question 16. What was the name of Solomon's navy port? Joppa, Tyre, or Etzion-Geber? The answer is C. Solomon's ships were stationed at Etzion-Geber near the Red Sea. 1 Kings 9:26. Question 17. What food did Elijah eat to sustain himself for 40 days and nights? Bread and water provided by an angel, manna from heaven, or quail from the wilderness? The answer is A. Elijah ate bread and water provided by an angel, which sustained him on his journey to Mount Horeb. 1 Kings 19, 5-8. Question 18. Who was the first person to play the harp in the Bible? Saul, Jubal, or David? The answer is B. Jubal, a descendant of Cain, is noted as the father of all who play the harp and flute. Genesis 4:21. Question 19. Who was the Old Testament figure that hid 100 prophets in caves to save them from Jezebel? Obadiah, Elijah, or Jehu? The answer is A. Obadiah hid 100 prophets in 2 caves, protecting them from Jezebel's persecution. 1 Kings 18:4. Question 20. Who was the man who ate a scroll given to him by God? Jeremiah, Ezekiel, or Daniel? The answer is B. Ezekiel ate a scroll as commanded by God, symbolizing consuming his word. Ezekiel 3:1-3. Question 21. What was the name of the prophet who extended King Hezekiah's life by 15 years? Jeremiah, Micah, or Isaiah? The answer is C. The prophet Isaiah delivered God's message that Hezekiah's life would be extended by 15 years. 2 Kings 21-6. Question 22. What was the name of the woman who helped save King Joash as a child? Abigail, Jehosheba, or Huldah? The answer is B. Jehosheba hid Joash from Queen Athaliah, saving his life. 2 Kings 11:2. Question 23. What did King Uzziah do that caused him to become leprous? Burned an unholy offering, offered incense in the temple, or refused to listen to a prophet? The answer is B. Uzziah was struck with leprosy for unlawfully burning incense in the temple. 2 Chronicles 26:16-19. Congratulations! You finished this quiz. How did you do? Were you able to answer all of these questions correctly? I hope you learned something and had fun. Please, let us know in the comments when you post your score. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and share this quiz with family and friends. They are an amazing way to learn more about Jesus' ministry and remind us of his love and the ultimate sacrifice he made for us. Thank you for visiting, and have a wonderful day.